you watch Insight, you recognize her as a valuable tool and resource in planning your retirement and managing your money. She's Heather Foster, an investment advisor and fiduciary. Today we're going to talk about annuity replacements.
Yeah.
What should we replace an annuity with?
Well, it's not so much what you should replace it with. I want to talk more from the perspective of consumers just being aware of how much replacements go on in this industry and what that can mean for you, the consumer.
There could be replacements that we don't know about.
So what it is annuities have become one of the biggest investments out there, right? People are funneling money into them, and they're either funneling money into them for a couple reasons. They're not bad reasons. One, maybe tax deferral. So if you go into an annuity with after-tax money, you can defer all your gains and not get hit with interest or capital gains on it initially until you pull the money out. So that may be a reason that someone purchased one. Guaranteed income for life has pretty much been the thing that we've seen in our local area on why people buy annuities. They can get some sort of income rider added to them, and it can create your own pension-like income that's guaranteed for life.
Sure.
Some people buy into them just to go in and get straight set interest rates. So maybe they want to just buy a 5-year annuity and get a set rate of return, so they're safe. And there's everything in between. But what I want to talk about is the replacements of them. We see a lot of replacements in our industry where you purchase an annuity and they've got some of these features. And what I want you to do out there is I want you, if you own an annuity, I want you to look into what do you actually own, because I have to say that it's a complicated product at times, but I meet so many people, they have no idea what they purchased. It's crazy to me that people are paying for features that they don't even know that they have in their products. And then what happens is maybe you own this product for 5 or 10 years, and then someone comes along and says, hey, you should replace that with a new one. Well, the 5 or 10-year products, let's just start with that. Maybe they had surrender charges on them to where it says, okay, you've got to own this thing for 10 years, and you buy a death benefit rider, or what we call an income rider. You've literally purchased a rider, you've paid a fee for this rider for all those years, only to at the end of the term be told that maybe you should buy a new annuity and buy a brand new one. My issue with this is sometimes it's okay, right? So sometimes you're going from one product and maybe there's something new out there, there's something better out there. That's fine. It's the ones that I see being replaced into products that have worse features. They're not going to get the same amount of income guarantee out of the products later down the road than what they initially purchased. Sure. So replacements are something I just kind of want to do a consumer beware type segment today, because I see this all the time and I ask people, well, you owned and you purchased this annuity 10 years ago, you held it to maturity basically, why did you replace it with a new product? Well, my advisor said it was better. Well, how was it better? In this industry now, we have to do what we call product replacements. Basically, we have to do a comparison. Most companies now require there to be a comparison. What was your old product and what features did it have in it? And what are you going into? And is it really truly a better fit? You need to take a look at that closely. Again, I hate to say don't just trust people blindly, but honestly, you can't trust people blindly.
And not everyone, you are a fiduciary.
Yes.
We've talked about before what that means. It means that you have to do what is you are legally obligated to do what is in the best interest of your clients.
Yes.
Not every advisor, not everyone that someone calls or talks to is a fiduciary.
Correct. Depending on the license that you hold, you have to have a specific license to consider to be a fiduciary. We had a rule called the DOL rule, which was the Department of Labor, that came in and said, hey, everyone should act as a fiduciary for their client, but that rule has kind of been put on hold right now, so you don't have to. There's something called a suitability standard and a fiduciary standard. Everyone has to work underneath the suitability standard, which means as long as what you're recommending to that client is suitable for their age and their demographic, then it's okay. Fiduciary means I got to do what's in your best interest. Fiduciary comes into play when you're doing that product comparison and saying, okay, I'm moving you from this one annuity to this other annuity. What is the benefit to the client? Because I will tell you as an advisor that we as advisors do benefit from these product replacements because we get paid a commission. And that commission is fairly lucrative and it's very nice. And so, of course, it's nice if I can, as an advisor, come across a new product that's better for you. It's a win-win for both of us, right? But I see oftentimes, unfortunately, people going from products that actually had better features in them. They've paid for these fees for all these years, being put into new products that are not as good. That is an issue. It's a fiduciary issue. To me, it's an ethic issue, and it's something that has to be addressed. So if you're looking at doing a replacement of an annuity or you own an annuity, I'd highly recommend getting a second opinion before you sign on the dotted line to get into a new contract.
Sounds like a good idea. Buyers beware. And you can also always get that second opinion with Heather Foster. If you give Heather a call, make sure you tell her that you saw it on Insight. She's got a free gift for you. Then all you have to do, call 234-2200 or check them out online, fosterfinancial.net. We'll be right back.